Spurge here, and in this video we're going to break down the new Dainese Air Frame 3 jacket. So really what we're seeing here is a replacement for the original airframe. Light style update, some added pops are reflected, but the price hasn't changed. It is still coming in around the $300 price point, and there is a men's and a women's version. So we're going to have both Lee as our model for the women's version, and then Mr. McHugh for our model for the men's version. So 2 to 3 season warm weather jacket. This is going to have a lot of mesh to it. So it's not something that's really going to get you into the colder months, but depending on where you ride or depending on the seasons you're looking to ride in, this is going to be an excellent warm weather option. So let's start off by taking a look at sizing, and we'll kick things off with Lee for the women's sizing on this. So Lee stands at 5 feet 5 inches, weighs 130 pounds, has a 36-inch bust measurement, a 38-inch hip measurement, and a 29-inch belly button waist measurement. So she's currently wearing a size 44, which is what the size chart from Dainese recommends for the Airwave 3 using the bust measurement. We definitely recommend the bust measurement be the leading force for sizing this up for women in the audience. Now, the one note here is that it does have a slightly larger fit, specifically in the arms. However, it's not super comfortable in more aggressive riding positions. It gives a little bit more of a pull at the bicep. So while it is a typically more relaxed fit than what we've seen from most Dainese women's jackets, it's not something you want to wear in more of an aggressive riding position. Now, moving back to Mr. McHugh for the men's sizing, Pat stands at 6 foot, weighs in at 220 pounds, and has a 44-inch chest. He is currently wearing a size 56, correlates perfectly with Dainese's size chart for the men, so no surprises there. And 4 different colors available for the men's version, which will give you a few different options over the women's. Would love to see, the women's version get as many colors as we're seeing with the men. That's often one of the biggest complaints we see from the women that write in around the selection for these types of pieces. Now, sizes for the men's will range from 44 up to 64, so a wide range, even for larger riders out there, because again, this has got a bit more of a relaxed fit to it. So the materials that we're looking at through here are going to stay the same with both the men's and the women's version. So you have a quick dry polyester. It is got a windproof liner in there. The windproof liner is really just something to help you get into the cooler months, or even in just those early spring mornings or into the later fall evenings where the temperatures begin to drop. You do have that little windproof liner, but no waterproof protection, no thermal with this. Now, the armor in this jacket is just going to be the composite CE level 1 armor. So this is probably our one nitpick with this jacket. It would be great to see Dainese step this up into some of the nicer CE level armor that they have. However, they are still using the older version of their composite armor. Now, the one thing that is new is that the jacket itself is rated CE level A for abrasion resistance. We're going to start at the top and we're going to work our way through. So about a 1-inch pop to the collar. You are going to have just a simple snap collar on this. Would have loved to have seen some kind of a tie back to be able to loop the collar back. You had the little pull there, but really nothing to loop it back to. That would have been a nice addition. All the additional pops are reflective you're going to see at the collarbone, in the Dainese across the chest. Those are new for the Airframe 3. As you're working your way down the shoulders, you are going to have mesh working down the inside of the arm, snap adjuster at the bicep, snap adjuster at the forearm, and then just a simple zip closure. There's no extra Velcro, there's no extra snaps there, just a simple zip closure for that, and then a little bit of neoprene at the cuff for comfort. As we work our way down the front, dual handle warmer pockets, Dainese logo across the chest. Like I said, the popper reflective there is new, and then a major amount of mesh as you work down the front of the jacket for all of that airflow. Again, if you take that windproof liner out of here, this is going to be an excellent option for riding throughout the summer. Go ahead and strike the riding position for me, and we'll get a shot too of Lee in the riding position so you can see the profile for both men and women on this jacket. Working down, you've got the mesh that goes underneath the arm, and then you are going to see that composite armor kind of shows itself a little bit as you get down to the forearm, but you have major coverage throughout the forearm on this, and then just a little bit of adjustability with the Velcro at the bottom. McHugh, you can go ahead and face backwards. Demon Head logo is reflective, pops reflective on the outside of the collarbone here. No back protector is included. Would definitely recommend adding a back protector, but also not surprised that at the $300 price point, you're not getting a back protector included. Nice drop seat to this to make sure that even if you're just riding this jacket with a pair of riding jeans, you've got coverage where the jacket ends and the pants begin. McHugh, I'm gonna have you face forward. I'm gonna have you unzip for me, taking a look at the inside. You can see we do have the windproof liner in there. The windproof liner is just a snap out liner. So if you do want to pull it out, it just simply snaps out. You will notice that if you are wearing this with a pair of Dainese riding pants, you are going to have the short zipper attachment for this, not something that would be the full connection type zip. Go ahead and zip up for me. So really, for those of you out there looking for just a warm weather jacket, this is definitely going to be one to consider. If you're looking at stepping up to something, you'd be looking at something maybe like the Avro 5 textile, which comes in around the $330 price point. That's getting you into hard slider protection, maybe a little bit more of an aggressive fit to it. If you want to step down, you'd be looking at something like the Seville. That's going to be around the $230, $250 price point, and it's just going to give you a little bit more of a boxier cut to it. You're not necessarily getting the same kind of a style cue with this, and you're not getting the windproof liner in there. But for the $300 price point, this is a nice entry-level option getting into the Dainese family. And for all you men and women out there, it is something that is going to promote a ton of air for riding in the warmer months. Now, if you want to hear more about what other riders have to say, you can click the info button on your desktop or mobile device to read other rider reviews of folks that are out there already using the Airframe 3 jacket and putting it through its paces. If you want more information as to which jacket is right for you, your riding style, and your budget, you can always reach out to one of our customer service reps, and they can walk you through all the different options available to make sure you find the right jacket for your ride. I want to thank you for joining us today as we take a look at the Dainese Airframe 3 jacket. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.